Welcome back, everyone. Hope you're all doing great. This is going to be part 3 of the Jetta series. We're going to continue what we started in last video with the fuel pressure regulator. Here's the fuel pressure regulator, and this is the vacuum line that goes down to this, but I can't see the end of it. It looks like it's broken off of this, so I'm going to take this off and see what I can find. You're gonna want to be careful taking this off so you don't snap this little plastic piece. How am I supposed to take this off? I got it off, but the little locking tab broke. It was really brittle, so I'm gonna have to get a whole new shifter rod, which is super expensive. Let's see if this, yeah, the little vacuum line's not on there. Looks like it was taped up before. Weird. Well, we'll have to test it. Well, it still works. Vacuum line's just garbage. Looks like it hooks to something else. I don't know what it hooks to, but I'm gonna unplug this. Maybe. Might not unplug. This doesn't even look like it snapped. Looks like it just pulled out of where it's supposed to be. Well, I'm going to set this to the side. And I'm going to try and plug this little line right down here. Barely see it. That goes down to a little, some sort of valve. And then comes back up to here. So I'm going to plug this and then cover this back up. I guess I got to put this back in there and see if it runs better, but this definitely needs to be replaced. Hear that? That's that terrible noise. I would just replace the bushings, but they're only like $10 cheaper than the entire thing, and this little tab snapped. So I kind of have to. Germany. See the little snap tab? Yeah. So, I don't know if I can chuck this in here or close it up without it, see what happens. Might just have to put this back in. And there's a giant hole right there. I'm just going to chuck this back in. It won't be hooked up though, so I don't know what position it's in when it's not hooked up. We'll have to see how that goes. This also could be one of the issues. Probably is. Take this back out. I'll put this back in. As you can see, it does have quite a bit of gas on it. You see it right there. Line this up. Put these back in. They need to be tight, but not too tight because it's going into plastic. Then I'll put this back on. Actually, I need to plug this vacuum line first. I think I'll just get a small vacuum cap and see if I can plug it in there. I'll get back to you after I do that. Okay, I've got this little vacuum plug and this little Allen key. I'm going to see if I can shove it in the tube like that. It's probably not going to seal completely, but it'll help out. Well, it poked through, so just kidding on that. This probably isn't going to work, but I'm going to try to wrap it up. Well, it's taped up. We'll see if it works. Might not. Which would mean I'm doing this for nothing. But we'll see. I'll put an extra layer on there. Well, there's that. Now I'm going to put this back on. Make sure this is turned to where it was. Oops, I almost forgot the little bushing. Okay. Now I gotta put the plug wires in. Okay. Let's start her up and see if this helped any. Cross my fingers, it does. Well, it sounds and the exhaust smells a lot healthier, but once it idles down and gets warm, I'll give it gas and see what happens. Well, it isn't as bad, but it's still there. So it's definitely not closed all the way. I'm going to unplug this and see what happens. Could also still be the crankshaft position sensor, which I did order. Should be here tomorrow. That doesn't smell like gas, that's just condensation. Last night it smelled big time like gas. It was not good. But yeah. So the fuel regulator is still coming. It should be here tomorrow as well, so we'll put that in. Try and, this seems like it has a bunch of vacuum. You can hear it. So that should be working fine. It's just, that might be the issue. So I'll order this, and also since this isn't working, I'm pretty sure when you hit the gas, this is supposed to go down, which allows that to open and air to go in. So that could be why it's stalling when you hit the gas. I don't know. I could test that out by patching it or having someone hold it down. You know, I might do that. The other issue is when the car's running, the gas gauge sits there and goes back and forth like this. It's really weird. Also, I think my camera's broken and that's why the tack is blurry. I dropped it a couple times on accident. Okay, we plugged this back in. There was still enough left on it to get it. So we're gonna see if it works.
And when he says we plugged it back in, that means I plugged it back in.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Let the bald eagles fly. This is a German car, probably
Yeah.
not have bald eagles.
I don't know what you'd say for that.
Let the bratwurst fly. Yee!
See if that moves.
It's moving.
Here at the gas station, me and my dad figured, you know, maybe it's a simple thing, like the gas is a year old and it could just be horrible gas causing it to run like that since it requires premium. And I pulled out the fuel pump to see how much gas was in there since the gauge was being weird. There's like a drip in there, so I got a 5-gallon tank and I'm gonna fill it up with premium, see how it goes. Yeah, I put 4.5 gallons of premium in it. Let's see if it runs better. I'll come back when it's warmer. Okay, it's ran for about 5 minutes. It's definitely way better. Extremely better. Gas gauge looks like it's reading. I wiped off the little terminals. Well, sweet, I'll have to drive it tomorrow. See how it is to drive. Huh. I finally figured out where this goes. Last night, I was watching a video of like someone had a vacuum leak, like seeing why it could be running wrong. And there's a tube here that like went along this side, had heat shielding on it. And then this morning I came out here and I was like, I found it and it looks like it's plugged in down here, but it was just hanging there. So I'm gonna plug that back in. It goes to like the fuel system and stuff like that. So that might, once that's in, that might help it run. I don't know. We'll see. Well, there you go. Plug back in. I'm not gonna turn it on though because I want to minimize the run time until it gets oil changed. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And it really helps me out if you would share these videos too, just to get the word out. I'll see you in the next one.